You see that? Republic of China, January 26, 2020. I was there before. I visited Taiwan, China before. With a U.S. passport, you get in with no problems. You don't need any visa. You don't need anything else. You just walk right in. However, because of the relationship between mainland China and Taiwan, China right now, as a Chinese tourist, I can't even take Harry to go to Taiwan, China, because official tour groups are I believe they no longer run because the relationship isn't very good. So what's the problem? Well, currently you got the one China policy, right? Well, we got some problems. Problems I won't go into, but there's been some problems lately. Okay, they're going to try to solve those problems. Lisa Ann, thank you. This is a very sensitive topic, so let me move on. What I'm trying to tell you guys, I have to remind all the Americans back home, very, very Carter administration, through the Reagan administration, through the George Bush, through Clinton, through George Bush the second, George Bush Jr., through Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and now Joe Biden. Our country, the United States of America, recognizes there's only one China. Okay, so if you say there's only one China, what's the problem? Well, here's the problem. Let's continue to move along. Gabby, thank you. When Chiang Kai-shek, the man who lived in this home, when he moved his entire army and they ran to Taiwan, China, they established a different political system. There's a different political system over there. Jim, thank you. What do I mean by that? Well, China is a single-party state. Mainland China is a single-party state, the Communist Party of China. Taiwan, China has a little bit different regional political system. They vote over there. They do vote over there. Now, a lot of their votes in the first 30 years of the island's existence were basically like what you see in certain countries in the world today. I'm not going to name those countries, where the outcome is pretty much predetermined. My king, thank you. Yet today, it is a voting-based society. It is a voting-based political system, so that's different from mainland China. Just like when the British returned Hong Kong, China, back to China in 1997, Hong Kong also voted. So you have two different political systems. They speak the same language. They write the same words. You know what I'm saying? I used this example before. If I go to my assistant Harry's hometown in mainland China, and he starts to speak in Anhui accent, Anhui 口音, in Anhui accent, I couldn't even understand what they say. They could be talking about my mama, and I don't even understand what they're saying. However, if I go to Taiwan, China, I can understand everything they say, because a lot of those folks that live there, their accent is similar to here in Fujian, China. Very standard Mandarin. I can understand everything they say. Everything they say, I can understand. So that is one of the weird thing about it, is like my assistant Harry over here, his family has a whole different accent that I can't understand. Yet far away on that island, I can understand everything they say. It's that shared kinship between the island of Taiwan, China, and the mainland China. The fact that we speak the same language, we have the same customs, we celebrate Chinese New Year, we offer our condolences and our respect to our elders. You know what I'm saying? The same way across the strait. You know, so it's one of those things. Make sure y'all follow the channel, everybody back home. So it's one of those things where today it's a tough show for me, man. My ass is sweating from head to toe. Do you know why I'm sweating from head to toe? First of all, it's hot as hell out here. Second of all, this right here is a very sensitive topic. But I don't run away from history. I meet it head on. You know what I'm saying? The fact that there's over 1,000 of you watching, it means that y'all enjoy listening to history, even though history sometimes is unpleasant. Rick, thank you. You talk about the history of slavery in America. That is a tough topic to listen to. Very tough topic to listen to. Very tough topic to learn in school. But you still have to learn it. That's why this place is open to the public. Even though the history is tough, you still have to learn it. All right, let me continue to move along. 1937, Japan invades China. When they invaded China, this whole place was evacuated. So Chiang Kai-shek had to go. His wife stayed. But Chiang Kai-shek moved his entire government from Nanjing to current-day Chongqing. This place turned into a ghost town. There used to be servants running around. There used to be chefs, bodyguards. They all left. There were only a few people who stayed behind. Only a few people that stayed behind. So imagine this compound that used to be full of people, full of servants, full of folks running around, kids, family members. Now it's a ghost town. They all left. Because if they didn't run, the Japanese was going to capture this place. This is on the east coast of China, very, very close to the coast. We're pretty much 10, 20 miles away from the coast. Very, very close to the Japanese Navy. So if they didn't evacuate, they wouldn't have made it. Let's continue to move along. Let's go to the next phase. Let's go to the actual home Chiang Kai-shek was born in. 我们去那个故居吧. Let's keep moving, everybody. Man, all my moderators are like, Dan, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm having a hard time. Yes, absolutely, Beline Juarez. Thank you, Beline, for staying with me on this one. Today is a tough live stream, but we're going to continue to move along. You know, there's another reason why I want to kind of take you over here. Let's go over here into this auditorium over here, because history is so important. Without understanding history, we can only watch the news that CNN and Fox News gives you, and MSNBC. Oh, Jesus. We can only watch the news they give you, and there's no context to the background. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I hope you guys, when you turn on TikTok and you see me explain history, you can understand current events. You can understand current events. Does that make sense? Why is Taiwan, China such an important part, an important piece of Chinese history, and so important to the Chinese people? Very important. I'm gonna explain to you why. And why am I talking about Taiwan, China? Because this place it used to be run by the man who lived here. Now, why is Taiwan, China such a sensitive place, and why is it so important to the Chinese people? You guys have to understand. During the Ming Dynasty, Taiwan, China had already become an administrative region under the Ming Dynasty. Even earlier, on the island of Taiwan, China, there are actually Aboriginal people. They don't look like Harry. They don't look like me. They literally are Aboriginal people. Just like how Australia and New Zealand and even the United States of America, there were Native Americans on the island, and on the United States, on Australia, there were also Aboriginal people on Taiwan, China. They lived very primitive lifestyles. They didn't have advanced cultures. When the early Chinese dynasty settled the place, there were obviously conflicts, but Taiwan, China became a part of China, very close to Fujian province. There's a lot of fishing, there's a lot of agriculture, there's a lot of things that happened there. Now, during the first Sino-Japanese war against the Japanese, in which the Qing 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 lost. One of the treaty's terms was that Taiwan, China had to be split off. So imagine, I want all the Americans back home to imagine something, okay? Because this is a very all the Americans back. All the Americans back. All the Americans back. Ay, 信号不好. We're good? We're good? We're okay? We're good? We're good? OK, 我们走吧，我们去那个他的那个故居。
这边出去。
这边出去。OK. We good, everybody? I'm Wells. Thank you. We good? All right. Imagine America lost a war, okay? And one of the terms was we had to lose the state of South Carolina. We had to lose the state of South Carolina. I am Wells. Tinkerbell. Thank you. You know, one of the treaty terms was we need to give away South Carolina. Let me just pick a random state, okay? How would Americans feel if South Carolina was split from the Union? Right? We wouldn't be very happy about that. Right? You wouldn't like that very much at all. Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everybody? Unique guy. Thank you. That makes sense to everybody? I'm going to go to our next place as we continue to move along. 应该是去这个封号房. Okay. Thank you for Rika. Thank you so much. We're more than 50% to our goal. Ari Art, Shayna, thank you. We're sweating our nuts off over here, man. It is hot out here. And I'm talking about a sensitive topic. It's hot. Let's keep moving, everybody. So that's the example. I like how this gentleman over here just spit right in front of me, y'all. You see this dude right here? He just went, hak-tu. Y'all saw the hak-tu girl on TikTok? That's what he just did. He just, Nick, thank you. He just went, hak-tu. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that, everybody? We're going to go to the fish market tomorrow morning. I had to get some sleep. Ivy Zhang, thank you. Nook E, thank you. So that's why when a lot of folks, man, back home in America, when we watch CNN and we watch Fox News and we watch MSNBC, Ivy Zhang, thank you.
Thank you.
We may not understand Safrik, thank you. We may not understand why is Taiwan, China so important to China, man? Why do they care about this little island so much? You know, why do they care about this little tiny island, man? China, you got all that land. Why do you care, right? The reason is the same concept. Imagine if South Carolina was split from the Union because we lost a war to somebody, we would want it back, right? They came into our house, man. They took our Costco chicken. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finished eating that chicken. It's in my fridge. You came into my house, you opened my fridge, and you took my chicken. I'm gonna want that chicken back. Big Worm, thank you. Does that make sense? I don't want nobody coming into my house, opening up my fridge, taking my Costco chicken. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Big Worm. Exactly the same concept. That's why they want it back. Now, let's continue to move along, y'all. Let's continue to move along. I'm telling y'all, I'll be giving the craziest analogies because this shit is hard to understand, man. This history is dense, y'all. This shit is hard to understand. So that's why I give simple to understand explanations, analogies. Even my pops texted me this morning. He was like, you should go to Fenghua. You should go to Chiang Kai-shek's old home. You should actually go. Another thing to understand, everybody, when the Chinese Civil War ended in 1949, the men and women that fled to Taiwan, China, after the end of the Civil War were from this area of China and from Fujian, China, which means, actually, that they were actually very well educated. They had very high levels of education. They also had a lot of money. When Chiang Kai-shek fled to Taiwan, China, he emptied out the treasury. He emptied out the reserves. He took all the gold with him. He also took the best museum pieces from the Palace Museum in Taiwan, China. Does that make sense? He took the best museum pieces from Taiwan, China, and that's why if you go to the Taipei Palace Museum, you are going to see some of the finest Chinese antiques ever seen in this world are sitting in Taipei and in Kaohsiung. In Kaohsiung, there's another Taipei museum somewhere in southern Taiwan. Does that make sense, everybody? So when you guys go over there, you realize, man, they took all the good shit. They only left us. They left us no gold. They left the people here, over 500-600 million people living here. They left them no gold, no money, a country that was completely devastated by war. They just packed up and left. They said bye-bye. They said bye-bye and they just left. Christian, thank you. And they just left. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense, everybody? Christian, thank you. All right, we gotta walk a little bit more, man. Let's go into the next home. Let's take a little break. Cool water, thank you, man. We gotta talk about something else, man. As we walk into the next. How you feel, Harry? You tired?
I'm not tired.
You tired?
I'm not tired.
Cat, thank you, Cat Moon. You tired, Harry? You tired?
No tired.
You tired? You not tired? Cool. Thank you, Mind Tech. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We gotta stay hydrated. Make sure y'all follow the channel, everybody. We didn't even have breakfast, man. We just came out here and started streaming. Man, thank you, Mind Tech. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's see what kind of food. Hey, you hungry? You want some food? Hey, y'all, just fam, you want some food? 吃点东西吗？吃点东西吗？ You want to get some food?
Okay.
What you want? 要什么？ What you want? Pick some.
今天梅干菜烧饼。
这怎么卖？
小的
这怎么卖
？25块1斤，给你称个10块可以吗？
这我不要，这什么东西啊？这里面是
梅干菜咸的，
咸的，我们不要1斤，
给你
称个
称，
10块钱的。
我给你称10块9。
给我们称10块钱。Let me get $1.40 worth, man. I ain't trying to eat all this dry shit, man. I'm already very thirsty, man. Just give us a little bit.
这怎么
$1.40? Ooh, that's nice though.
这3块1个。
这都你们自己手工做的？
对啊。
You handmade this?
那这里是
Man, look how dry this is.
10块是吧
10块是吧？
对
10块。那就是 eat this. 这是什么？
这是千层饼，
这也是你们自己做的？
对，我在做的。
再拿点这个。
hold it. 就这个玩意儿是吗？
哎，这个海苔椒盐。
Hell no, that's $4, man. Never mind. 你给他10块就行，给他10块钱。It's $4, man. I can't afford that, man. Let's keep moving, y'all. It's too expensive. All right, let's give this a taste, though.
Good.
It's good?
我天天吃。
Yeah. You wouldn't lie to me? It's good. Hard as a rock.
咸菜加猪肉
有肉 There's meat inside?
Yeah, 有肉。Need water.
老鼠 Thank you.
还跟老鼠。老鼠，你懂的。
Man, let's get to 200,000 likes every. What I need is ice cream. This is 老方法做的吗？
对，老红豆，
老红豆是吗
我们自己熬的绿豆汤也有，我自己熬的绿豆汤、酸梅
Get
汤
this, man.试试 Get this right here, man. That's good stuff right here. Get one of those. I'm gonna get one too. 两个。
那我拿绿豆吧，你拿红
你要绿豆哈 You want to get the green one? All right. Let me show you this, man. I grew up eating this.
多少钱？
两个10块。This is old green bean. We ate this growing up, man. We didn't have that fancy Haagen-Dazs shit when I was growing up. We didn't even have this Magnum stuff when I was growing up. This is what we ate growing up. When I was a kid in China, I was like 6, 7 years old, man. I ate this every single day, man. I went to the bathroom nonstop because of this. Hard to believe I could find that here. Come on, 打开吧 Come on. Come on. 帮我开一下嘛，老板，我手上拿个手机，不好意思。Thank you. 谢谢。Thank you. 谢谢。This is what it looked like, man. This is old red bean over here. This is traditional Chinese ice cream. 红豆做的. So this is made from red bean paste, and they put a lot of sugar in here, so it's very sweet. But this is what I ate growing up, man. He asked for 5 yuan each, which is 70 cents. You talk about inflation. When I was a kid, this was 1 yuan. This thing has 5 times in price since I was a kid. This used to be only 1 yuan. Thank you. Is there anybody watching who's Chinese American or Chinese Canadian or Oliver? I don't know if you've seen this, and y'all grew up, let's say you spent a few years in China in your childhood. Do any of y'all remember this? Korea, thank you. Any of y'all watching remember this? If you are of Chinese descent, and let's say you live in America now, you live in Canada, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this, right? Red bean ice cream, man. That's the stuff right here. I used to eat this all the time. Time to get in on this. What you think, Harry? Harry got the green bean. Lyd. Harry got the green bean. You like it?
Nice.
Show him the texture. See a lot of green beans inside. So this is mixed green bean paste ice cream. Low key. Thank you.
Careful.
There's no milk inside. There's no cream. It's all just green bean and sugar. And they probably add a little bit of water as well. Continue to move along, everybody. That's what I needed. That's what I needed, dog. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something right here. Man. Wow. Now let's go, man. Let's go. Come on. I don't want to film him. He probably gonna ask me money. You know those people that you walk down the street in like LA, and then you try to take a photo of them, and the next thing you know they ask you for $5. I don't want to take my camera, point it at him, and next thing you know he asked me for $5. Man, I ain't got it, man. I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about? You go to LA and then in Times Square, they catch your eye. Next thing you know, you take a photograph, you think it's free, and they come up and ask you for money. That's why I didn't point my camera at them. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that, man. Let's go. Right, remember, Century had a job. Go to the house first. We'll come in after. Let's go to his house first. Good evening, everybody back home in America. Harry and I, we're here in Fenghua, in Ningbo, China, Indigo Sky. Raphael, thank you. Is that a freaking McDonald's they built in his house? They really built a McDonald's right next to his house, y'all. Dude, am I hallucinating? They really built a McDonald's. Rika Pender, Willow, Steve, they really built a McDonald's right next to his house. Rika Pender, thank you. Yeah, they built a McDonald's right next to the ancestral home of Chiang Kai-shek. Y'all see this right here. Rika Pender, thank you. Y'all seeing this? This is TikTok Live. This ain't a filter. They built a McDonald's right next to the leader, the home of the one of the two wartime leaders of China during the Second World War. They built a McDonald's right next to his house. Ricky Ortega, Yenny, thank you. Wow. Man, you see this lady right here? I'm gonna show you something right here, man. All y'all Americans who are watching back home. This right here is a little tour group of senior citizens. They get to come in here for half price. You see that lady right there holding an umbrella up front? She works for a restaurant. Her job is to get people into a restaurant. That's why she's so eager. She's a hawker. She's gonna try to get you into the restaurant. They are all around here in China. So if you're an American and you come over to China and you see a lot of folks that are coming up to you very aggressively, trying to sell you stuff, trying to take you into their stores, you know, feel free to say no if you don't want to go in, because they are going to be very aggressive, man. They're going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? They'll never force you to buy anything. They'll never force you to go anywhere, but they're going to keep following your ass. They're going to follow you, man. You know what I'm saying? Cody, thank you. So exercise your judgment. You don't have to go into every store. You don't have to go into every restaurant. Let's continue to move along. They really built a McDonald's here, y'all. Thank you, Cat. Thank you. Well, timeshare speak. Exactly, man. That's exactly right. Great analogy. Yeah. Man, hold on. Look at the natural environment of this dude's house, man. Frankly, let me be also even more frank with you guys. I'm surprised at how many people are here. I'm very, very surprised by how many people are here. I thought this place was going to be empty. There was going to be nobody here. Let me ask Harry. 你不觉得这个人流量真的挺让我吃惊的吗 ？A lot of people here, right? 我以为这没有人，真的是人流量让我很吃惊啊。
有很多台湾的。
你觉得有很多台湾来了吗？真的，你觉得吗
I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm very shocked at how many people are here, because I've been to some ancestral homes of national leaders here in China, and I was like one of 10 people there. There's a lot of folks out here, man. What Harry just said is that he thinks there's a lot of folks from Taiwan, China visiting. Right here? All right, but look at this, though. Look at this, though. We're about to go in right now. You got your ticket? You got the ticket? You got the ticket?
Yeah.
All right, let's go in right now, which means they probably speak English, because the English level in Taiwan, China is very high. So a lot of them probably understand the English that I was talking about. Courtney, thank you. So they might not be too happy with what I was saying. But I don't give a damn. It look like I care. I don't give a damn. Let's keep it moving, y'all. All right, we're about to go in to this place right here. You got the ticket? All right, cool. Hey, is this open? Why we all squeezing here? 这个开吗? Is that open?这边开吗? Hey, you sound like he ain't here. Come on, go.
啊，等我这能不能要不要看阿奇拿？
怎么回事啊？搞呢？跳走。我截图了没有？ You see this dude messing around with his？ 你没有截图啊 ？Here's right here, man. Can't even get in. Getting down. There we go. 两位 Thank you. All right. We made it. I'm not sure if Not Bad Shorty is watching, but we are entering the real home. Look at this right here. This right here is the main compound where Chiang Kai-shek likely was born in, and is also where his mother lived. This is going to be a very traditional Chinese garden. We're not going to see any European style structures here. Ni hao ma, thank you. We're going in right now. Once again, I got to be very careful with what I say here because this is a very sensitive place. This is a sensitive topic. I got to choose my words carefully. I'm almost done with my ice cream, which means I should be charged up. I should be charged up and ready to go. You feel better after the ice cream? 吃了冰淇淋以后感觉好一点。Tammy, I am Wells, thank you. We're almost at our goal. Thank you guys, everybody, the Jennifers, the Fuse, man, everybody, man, the Few Meals, the Pugs. Thank you guys, man. Let's continue to move along, man. This ice cream is melting. Continue to move along, y'all. Now, this, unfortunately, our arch, why you girl, thank you, was going to be the place where his ex-wife, Chiang Kai-shek's ex-wife, saw her life end. It's going to be in this compound right here. Let me first throw away this ice cream. Here, look. All right, time to go start the show. No more ice cream. I am Wells, thank you. Now, this is going to be the main living area right ahead of us of this courtyard here. You can see right away the style is different. Traditional Qing dynasty architecture with some modern elements, these big windows added later on. Remember, the Japanese bombers destroyed this place. This place was hammered by Japanese bombing raids during the war against Japanese aggression. Real hero, thank you. When you come over here, this, as if you follow my show before, if you've seen me before, is the place where all the important events take place in a traditional Chinese home. I'm actually need to take off my hat over here, okay? Because this is a place where they honor their ancestors. You see right here, all those plaques in the back, those are the ancestors of the Chiang Kai-shek family. Remember, they were wealthy salt traders. In China, what they do, 这应该是，这是因为他们的前辈吧？对。In China, what you do is that after, let's say, your grandparent, your great-grandparent passes away, similar to how back home in America, we might have an urn with the ashes, with the ashes of our ancestors in it, and we put it in, let's say, in our living room. This is basically an altar. You can see this altar right here, you have your offerings of food down there. Usually it's peaches, bread, dumplings, some types of meat. That's your offering. Then you have your candle offerings. Then in the altar, every single place is occupied by a single person. Those are the ancestors of the Chiang Kai-shek family. Only the wealthy families could have an altar like this. If you were a poor farmer, a poor peasant, the best you could do is maybe a little piece of wood, a little wood desk or a little stone desk, and you put some candles on it if you can even afford candles. But you can see, because they were a wealthy family, they had altars for every single one of their main ancestors. This is a worship hall right here. Look at the chairs, look at the tables. Absolutely beautiful place. You got it. We have to pay our respect. That's why I took off my hat. You know what? I should probably take off my shades that I'm here. This is what it looks like, y'all. This is what it looks like. Let's continue to move along. Now, when you look at this home here, you start to see more photos of their son. You see, that's his Russian wife. That's the son. All these photos are here in black and white. Look at how much I'm sweating, y'all. I'm sweating a lot. It's hot out here. That is his wife. His wife also took a Chinese name. Now, when you look at these homes right here, when you step into a traditional Chinese home, once again, you look at the floor. No more wood flooring. Remember where Harry and I were just at in that European American style home, that Xiaoyang Lou. You remember those wood style flooring? Now you are in a traditional Chinese home. Man, 又没有信号。Is the signal okay, everybody? Ari Arch, thank you. Is the signal okay? Is the signal okay, everybody? Somebody said we were lagging. Is the signal okay? Real hero, thank you. Thank you. 小机器打开。Signal's okay?
开着，别关。
We good? We good?
信号满了。
We good? Okay. Signal's okay? In and out? So far, so good? It's fine? Yes, off and on? Y'all sure? Okay, good enough. Let's continue to move along. Now, when you look at this home right here, so many hallmarks of understanding that this is a wealthy person's home. Look at this decoration right here. Let me show you this. Y'all see this right here? Look at this. These architectural elements are clear indicators that their home was run by a wealthy family. Look at this right here. See this style right here? Very, very, very different style than what we just saw. Gone are the wood flooring. Gone are the American and European style toilets, right? Totally gone. Very, very different. Right? This is what a traditional Chinese home from the Qing dynasty will look like. Now, a lot of this style is going to bleed into different parts of surrounding Southeast Asia as well. When you go to Malaysia, or you go to Singapore, or you go to Thailand, you're going to see a lot of those homes during that era have a similar vibe to it if the owner was a Chinese and they immigrated there to look for job opportunities, to look for business opportunities. So this is the dominant style amongst the Qing dynasty, Ming dynasty, that historical Chinese vibe. When you look at a home, when you look at those Chinese C-dramas, the Chinese dramas, that's exactly what it would look like. This right here could be a spot for a film or a movie show, and it would totally be believable. It would totally be believable because this is exactly how it looked. As an American who is used to carpet, who's used to Victorian style bricks, who's used to what an American home looks like, I've said it before in my live stream. This type of home I am not a fan of. I don't like these big stone slabs. To me, they're very cold. I like my wood flooring and I like a nice rug. But you can see how the Chinese architectural styles are different, right? They value this stuff right here. So very, very different, to each their own. Let's continue to move along. Now, you can see the architectural style here is what I would call over the top. In their home, you can see these elaborate paintings that were put on all the different roof pillars right here. You see this right here? These are all hand painted, all hand painted. And if you come over here and you look at these right here, look at this right here. See this right here, look at this. Very, very elaborate, look at this. All hand carved, y'all. See this right here? Absolutely beautiful. Look at how elaborate these are. Look at this. Very, very beautiful, right? Do you guys think this is something that a common person can afford? Absolutely not. So even back then, the wealth disparity was striking. There was significant wealth disparity back then because you had a wealthy family, and look at the way they ate. Look at their dining room, everybody. Look at this. This is their dining room. Most peasant folks in the late Qing dynasty could barely afford to have a place to sit down to eat. If you ever watched restored old footage of black and white now turned into color footage of what the Qing dynasty folks look like, they were all super tanned because they all had to work in the fields. They all had a queue, which once again, like I said, half of the head is shaved. The other half is fully grown with a ponytail. That's a Chinese queue. These wealthy folks lived here, ate well. They ate like kings. They had chicken, they had beef, they had pork, they had all kinds of protein. They had alcohol. You can see the alcohol glass in the middle. They got paintings on the walls. They lived a sumptuous life. Very, very sumptuous life. Now, I want you to contrast that because now we're going to walk into the kitchen. This kitchen is very important. This is the most important place that we're visiting today. This kitchen right here. This right here is the very place. Let me see if we lag when I come in here, y'all. Are we lagging a little bit? Or is the signal still okay, everybody? Is the signal still okay? We're just walk indoors. Is the signal still okay? We good? We okay? It's okay? We okay? We good? Okay. This right here is what their kitchen looks like. Now, very different from an American and a European kitchen. Look at the way that their kitchen is set up. Look at this kitchen right here. They had 3 different stovetops. It's called a 3-burner oven. That is something only the wealthy can afford to have. Only the wealthy can afford to have a 3-top kitchen, a 3-burner oven like this. Back then, folks, especially the poor folks, probably only had 1 or none. They literally just cooked their food over an open fire. Does that make sense? Now, the reason I say this is very important is because you can see here, there is another table here. Does anybody know who ate here? Any of you guys know who ate? Any of you guys know who ate at these tables right here? Anybody know the answers? 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 What up, everybody? We're gonna try